Welcome back, metalheads, to another edition of the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Another great review for you. UK thrashers Onslaught have just released their new album called Origins of Aggression. It's a great album featuring some fantastic covers of metal and punk. Check it out. Now, the album's just been released on Reigning Phoenix Music. Now, the band were formed back in 1982 in Bristol, England, with founder member and also longtime guitarist Nigel Rockett. And in the early stages, drummer Steve Grace would be on drums. And in the band's early stages, they were influenced by punk and thrash metal, such bands as Metallica, Slayer, Discharge, G.B.H. And in the early stages, the band would feature Jason Stallard on bass, with also vocalist Paul Monhoney, and the band would release their debut album, Power from Hell. This is a cult classic, as we all know. Very heavy, very brutal, and very much influenced by punk and thrash. And this album was originally released on a label called Children of the Revolution Records. Later on, it's been released on several other labels. Now, the band released their second album, The Force, which is another fantastic album. This was originally released on Under One Flag Records, part of Music for Nations label. This album will see Jason taking over and playing guitar. A new vocalist back then would be Sarah Keeler. It was a fantastic singer, did some great albums with the band. Now, this album was released in 1986. In 1998, the band released their third album, In Search of Sanity. This saw the band go in a more slightly commercial approach. However, it was a fantastic album and featured vocalist Steve Garnett from Grim Reaper, a fantastic singer who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. Rest in peace, Steve. This album had success and also recorded the song Let There Be Rock by AC/DC. In 2007, the band would come back with an album called Killing Peace featuring Psy on vocals. This is a great album, taking us back to the early stages of Onslaught's career, more heavy and brutal album. Now, each album with Onslaught has had a time gap of like 4 or 5 years. So the next album that would come around would be called Sound of Violence in 2011, followed by V1 in 2013, Generation Antichrist in 2020, and also the new album Origins of Aggression in 2025. Throughout the band's career, they've wrote some fantastic songs and stayed true to the roots, playing very heavy thrash metal from the UK. So the band's current lineup would be Nige Rockett on guitars, we'd have Jeff Williams on bass, we'd have James Perry on drums, Wayne Dorman on guitars, and vocalist Dave Garnett. So that's the lineup for the new album. So this album comes with 12 songs, some covers, and also Power from Hell re-recorded versions, which is a fantastic album. Sounds really crisp and powerful and brings the band to full energy. So this new album contains some fantastic covers. It also features some songs that the band had done previous, like songs from Power from Hell, The Force, and In Search of Sanity. So they're all re-recorded songs. So now I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for this new album. We'd open up with Thermonuclear Devastation of the Planet Earth, Black Horse of Famine, Angels of Death, Power from Hell, Metal Forces, Let There Be Death, Fight with the Beast, Thrash Till Death, In Search of Sanity, Shell Shock. So they're the songs that Onslaught have done at previous times. The cover songs, however, are by Motorhead, Iron Fist, Holiday in Cambodia, Dead Kennedys cover. We'd have A Look at Tomorrow, a Discharge song, UK 82 by The Exploited, Free Will Burn in Judas Priest, which is absolutely fantastic, folks. We'd have War Dance by Killing Joke. We'd also have Give Me Fire, a G.B.H cover, State Violence, State Control by Discharge, Holiday in the Sun, Sex Pistols, Emotional Black Male, UK Subs, War Pigs by Black Sabbath, and also Drunk with Power, Discharge cover. So the cover songs are a mixture of classic metal, punk. Production on this album is absolutely fantastic, which was done by Jacob Hansen. Now, Jacob Hansen is one of the leading Danish producers and mixers, does the mixing and mastering on this album. He's worked with so many great bands, Primal Fear, Pretty Maids, the list just goes on. But he's done a fantastic job on the new Onslaught album, as you're about to hear. Now, listening to songs from Power from Hell album, remastered and redone, absolute song fantastic. Guitar playing is actually brutal, vocals are fantastic, and some really powerful drumming. So bringing the old songs to life in their modern technology sound is absolutely brilliant. If you're a fan of classic Onslaught, then you're really going to enjoy this. Like I say, songs from The Force, Powers from Hell, and also In Search of Sanity are included on this album. Redone, and they sound absolutely brilliant. Now we'll come to the covers. Going to talk to you briefly about these covers. We've got Motorhead, Iron Fist. As we all know, brilliant cult classic song. Onslaught have done this song justice. Some really powerful heavy riffing here, and I'm pretty sure Lemmy would be up there thinking, well done, guys. Time for a bit of punk now, the Dead Kennedys, Holiday in Cambodia. Now, I've only heard one cover of this song, and this was by a band called Nige Rockett from San Francisco, a great thrash metal band in the 80s. They did a great job of this. And I also think that Onslaught have done a fantastic job. I've got to say, I've never been a massive fan of punk. However, I did grow up listening to a lot of hardcore from New York. Now, the next song is A Look At Tomorrow, a great Discharge song. Onslaught have done this justice. It's really, really powerful, very heavy. And back in the day, this was a really heavy song by Discharge anyway. So Onslaught have brought all these punk songs with more aggression, more power. Fantastic cover. Next is The Exploited by Watty. Now, UK 82 is a great song back in its day. Like I said, Exploited, Discharge, and G.B.H were probably the most heaviest punk bands in the UK. This is a really good version. If you do like your classic punk and you do like thrash, then you will need to check out this cover. Now, next up is Judas Priest, Free Will Burning. Sorry, guys, but I have to be biased here. Priest are my favourite band. This is a fucking killer song. Great vocals here, some really good high screaming. Well done, guys. But the song is really, really powerful, and I'm pretty sure Judas Priest guys will give this thumbs up. All in all, it's a great song from the 80s. Onslaught have done it justice. Hail Onslaught. War Dance by Killing Joke. This is a pretty good song. Now, Killing Joke have been one of those bands that have done some really, really strange songs and albums. They're very underrated, very different from a lot of punk bands. But this is a really good song. War Dance, if you heard the original, you know what to expect when you hear this. All in all, there's some really good covers here by punk bands and classic metal bands. I'm going to give this album 4.5 out of 5. I think it's some really, really good songs here. It's great to hear the old Onslaught songs re-recorded, remastered, and some really good songs from the 80s. So, metalheads, if you like your punk and classic metal, check out Onslaught's new album. It's absolutely fantastic. It's called Origins of Aggression, and it's released on Reading Phoenix Music. Check it out, metalheads. Thanks for watching.